got that thing up too. All right. Court calls State of Texas versus Amanda Raquel DeRue. This is DeRoe. I'm sorry.
It's fine.
Mispronounced it. DeRoe. This is 2026 CC 003311. We're here today for a plea. We're conducting the hearing using the Zoom application. We are also live streaming the proceedings so it is open to the public. My name is Judge Jefferson Moore. I'm sitting by assignment in the Bexar County Jail Court, and specifically for this case, for County Court of Law number 9. And if I could have the attorneys make appearances, starting with the state of Texas, please.
Talia Treesh for the state.
Judge, good morning. Frankie Sandoval on behalf of Mr. Rowe.
And ma'am, are you the same Amanda Rowe charged by information with the offense of theft of property between $100 and $750? Is that you, ma'am?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm going to use a function of Zoom called Share Screen. I'm going to show you some documents. The first one I'm showing you is the defendant's consent to plea by video conference, and I'm using my cursor to circle around an electronic signature. Is this yours?
Yes, Your Honor.
By signing this, you're telling me two things. One, you understand we normally do pleas live in an open court, but you're consenting to do this one by video conference. Did you understand that when you signed this?
Yes, Your Honor.
Secondly, your electronic signature here, as well as all the electronic signatures in the plea packet in front of me, you're telling me that those are valid as if they were personally signed. Did you understand that when you signed this?
Yes, Your Honor.
I approve the consent. I make it a part of the record. Ma'am, I'm scrolling to a second document. It's called the Court's Admonishments. And on page 2, I'm using my cursor to circle an electronic signature. Is this yours?
Yes, Your Honor.
Let me get out of share screen. By signing the Court's Admonishments, you're telling me that you understand the Court's Admonishments and that you understand the rights that are contained within it. Is that true?
Yes, Your Honor.
And that you're going to give up those rights. Is that true?
Yes, Your Honor.
The rights you're going to give up is you have the right to a trial by jury. You have a right to confront the witnesses against you. You also have the right to remain silent, which includes the right not to incriminate yourself and not plead today.
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand that before you signed this?
Yes, Your Honor, of course.
By signing this, you're also telling me you understand the consequences of a plea and the sentencing range for the offense, which is anywhere up to a $2,000 fine and up to 180 days in the Bexar County Jail. Did you understand that before you signed this?
Yes, Your Honor.
And just for the record, I'm looking at the document. It's hard to see the lineup of the check boxes and what we have. I think it lined up on
What I do, Judge, what I do is I count down 6 and then count down 6 circle.
Yeah, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 lines, but there's 9 boxes and they don't match up. And one's high, one's low. It's just kind of strange. But I think it's Class B that was checked.
It is Class B, Judge.
All right. Thank you so much, sir. Again, ma'am, the sentencing range is up to a $2,000 fine and up to 180 days in the Bexar County Jail. Did you understand that before you signed this?
Yes, yes, Your Honor.
I approve the waivers that are contained within the Court's admonishments and make them a part of the record. State, can you tell me what the agreement is, please?
It is for a $0 fine plus court costs, 50 days Bexar County Jail with credit for time served, time and money to run concurrently, and she does presently have at least 50 days.
Counsel, is that your understanding of the plea bargain?
It is, Judge Moore.
And Ms. DeRoe, is that your understanding of the plea bargain as well?
Yes, Your Honor, yes.
And ma'am, I'm not bound by the plea bargain. I don't have to follow it. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
But if I do follow the plea bargain, then you lose your right to appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
And that's true unless I grant you permission to appeal or unless certain motions were filed and ruled upon. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, any such rulings in this case?
No, Judge.
If I do not follow the plea bargain, I'll allow you to withdraw the plea and we'll proceed to trials if this hearing never occurred. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you a citizen of the United States?
Yes, Your Honor.
If not, then a plea of guilty and no contest to the offense could have serious adverse effects on your immigration status. Counsel, do you believe that your client has a factual or rational understanding of the charge pending against her?
I do, Judge.
Do you believe she's been able to assist you in the defense?
She has, Judge.
You believe she's mentally competent to waive rights and enter a plea here today?
In my opinion, she is, Your Honor.
Ma'am, to the offense that's listed on your information, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest, Your Honor.
You understand you can still be found guilty under a no contest plea
Yes, Your Honor.
other than your plea bargain. Did anyone promise you anything in exchange for your plea today?
No, Your Honor.
Anyone force you or coerce you to plead today?
No, Your Honor.
After going over this case with your attorney, do you believe that pleading here today is in your best interest?
Of course, Your Honor.
I find that the plea is freely, intelligently, voluntarily made, and that she's mentally competent to enter into such a plea, and I find her guilty. Counsel, do we waive the pre-sentence investigation report?
Yes, Judge. And just for the court's information, she is awaiting transport on a felony case. So
Okay,
she will not be being released.
okay. Is there any legal reason as to why your client cannot be sentenced today?
No, Judge.
There being no legal reason, according to the agreement with the state, ma'am, I sentence you to 50 days in the Bexar County Jail. I'll give you credit for time served. There's a $0 fine and court costs time, and the money will run concurrent, and this is judgment satisfied. Ma'am, this is a plea bargain case. I followed the plea bargain, so you do not have the court's permission to appeal. You do not have the right to appeal. I'm making a certification of this for the record. We'll provide a copy of the certification to your attorney to provide to you. For the attorneys, is there anything else from either side?
Nothing from the state.
Not on the defense, Judge.
All right, the matter is concluded. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Judge, next is Joshua Slush.
And Your Honor, that one's a motion.
All right. Okay, so
Did you receive them?
let me pull this first thing up. This is consent forms and stuff like that. So let's see. Certification and then let's see. Let me go back to that. MTRs for today. Oh, a bunch of them. Huh? Okay. And there it is. Okay. Whoops. Okay, Mr. Slush.
Yes, sir.
My name's Jefferson Moore. We're going to go through a process called a motion to revoke. I'll show you some documents. I'll have some very basic questions for you. There's no trick questions here, okay?
Okay.
All right. So who's our defense attorney for Mr. Slush?
Phyllis Beal.
Hello, Phyllis. All right. Let's go
Yes, she
ahead.
is. Yes.
Court call, State of Texas versus Joshua Slush. This is cause number CC 647179. We're here today for a motion to revoke the, hold on. Yes, a motion to revoke community supervision. We're conducting the hearing using the Zoom application. We're live streaming the proceedings, so it's open to the public. My name is Judge Jefferson Moore. I'm sitting by assignment in the Bexar County Jail Court, and specifically for County Court at Law number 4. And if I could have the attorneys make appearances, starting with the state of Texas, please.
Talia Trish for the state.
Phyllis Beal for the defense.
Sir, are you the same Joshua Slush who was placed on community supervision on June 26, 2025 for driving while intoxicated with a blood alcohol content of 0.15 or higher? Is that you, sir?
Yes, sir.
You use a function in Zoom called share screen. I'm going to show you a document called the defendant's consent to motion to revoke hearing by video conference. And I'm using my cursor to circle around electronic signature. Is this yours?
Yes, Your Honor.
By signing this, you're telling me two things. One, you understand we normally do motions to revoke live in an open court, but you're consenting to do this one by video conference. Did you understand that when you signed this?
Yes, Your Honor.
Secondly, your electronic signature here, as well as any others that you have in the packet in front of me, you're telling me those are valid as if you personally signed them. Did you understand that when you signed this?
Yes, Your Honor.
I approve the consent. I make it a part of the record. I'm laughing. There's Some noise there in the back of the jail, but all right, I'm going to get out of share screen. And then, State, do we have an agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
Can you tell me what that is?
Yes, Your Honor. The agreement is to proceed on a violation of condition number 21 and waive the remainder. Would the court like me to read that condition at this time?
No, that's okay. I'll manage it. We're trying to figure out how we're going to do this on Zoom, but that's okay. Just it's violation 21 only. All right. And then what happens after that? Granting.
Yes, Your Honor, we would ask that the court grant it, revoke supervision, and assess a $0 fine, court costs, 75 days Bear County Jail, credit for time served, time and money running concurrently.
All right.
Yes.
Okay, thanks, Mr. Slush. And then Ms. Beal, is that your understanding of the agreement as well?
It is, Your Honor, and I just wanted to let the court know that he has 63 days at lifetime where he was an inpatient. And so with the other days that he has in jail, I believe he has judgment satisfied.
I think the state said it was judgment satisfied already. But
Oh, very good. I didn't hear that. Sorry.
that's okay. Sir, if I agree to this, because I'm not bound by your agreement with the state, I ask that you waive your right to appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you agree with that?
Yes.
I'm going to go back to Zoom function of share screen. And I'm going to show you the MTR.
Okay.
I'm a little slow and rusty with this, but here it is, sir.
Oh, okay.
Are you
Yes.
familiar with this document?
Yes, I see it.
Did you talk this over with your attorney?
Yes.
You understand it?
Yes, sir.
And then Ms. Beal, did we waive reading of the motion?
Oh, yes. Yes, Your Honor.
Well, us, the attorney, do we waive reading of the motion, Ms. Beal?
Yes, yes, Your Honor.
Sir, to the allegation that you violated condition number 21, there's several of them on here, but how do you plead, true or not true?
True.
By pleading true, you understand, just by pleading true, I can find that the violation is true and revoke your community supervision.
Yes.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true?
Honestly, I don't know, sir.
Well, let me tell you this. If you plead true and I'll follow your plea bargain is what I'm telling you. I'm going to revoke you and then I'm going to give you the 75 days that you worked out with your attorney in the state and we'll finish this up. But if you don't want to plead true, we have to bring you over to the presiding court and there'll be a contested motion to revoke. But it's up to you how you want to proceed.
Oh, so plead true?
Well, you have to tell me. You can't ask me as a question. I'll tell you what, let's do this. Why don't we put you in a breakout room with your attorney and talk it over with her a little bit more. We'll come back.
Okay, yes, yes.
Okay, let's do that. All right. The matter's concluded for now.
Oh,
I'll be right back.
All right. Do we have another one ready, do we think?
Yes, Judge, I believe Attorney Miller is here on Sonia Ford. She would like to make an announcement.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
So my
Outside on-
client, I'm sorry.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
My client needs to be sent back because this case has a lot of moving parts in it, but one of them is she needs treatment at Lifetime and she's been approved. So instead of doing this deal here today, we just need her to be sent to Lifetime.
Yeah. I talked offline. Hold on. Let me turn off YouTube here. I talked offline with our